아니 지 가르쳐 그래. 나게 타도 전지 잡에. 전지 잡에 나게 타도 베스제 담제를 해야 되는 지 동해나 주상 봐야 돼.
맞아요.
동해 숨은 나주. 소소도 동해는 야만 기부 등에 내가 몰라. 소소랑 되도 동해 등은 주상 봐야 돼. 소소랑 되도
기부 등거다.
기부 등이 가서 란데게 되도 되는 동해 나주. 주의도 나주. 캬바두지 동해 나주 상담해 왔어. 어때나신 시기 랑이 되다 여봐 나신 시기 나게 타도 그 전치제에서 이제 탐지게 된도 자고 동해 나주 좀 상담해 와.
So when you were studying and practicing the path adopted by a person with medium mental scope, you are advised to have reflection on the suffering of on your own suffering, say suffering of change, suffering, pervasive suffering. You are tormented by these three types of suffering, and you are advised to reflect on these forms of suffering that you suffer during the life in cyclic existence in general. So here when you are studying and practicing the path adopted by a person with the highest mental scope, you are advised especially when you are advised to cultivate compassion, you have to think of the suffering of all living beings, and that is the suffering of self. There is this just like you yourself are tormented by these three types of suffering. You have to understand and think that all living beings are also similarly. All living beings are also tormented by these three types of suffering, and that's why they deserve your compassion. And then you develop compassion toward them. In other words, you wish them free from these three types of suffering as well. Also, you can think of all living beings are tormented by the suffering of change, suffering of suffering as well as suffering of change. You can also think of all living beings. They are suffering of their pervasive suffering. Also, you can think that all living beings are tormented by afflictive emotions as well. Also, you can think that as long as all living beings possessed are not freed from as long as they are not freed from their own afflictions, and of course they are bound to suffer. Earlier you are taught that you take rebirth into cyclic existence by the order of 12 links of dependent origination. And then similarly here you can think of all living beings take rebirth into this cyclic existence by the order of 12 links of dependent origination as well. So when you think of your own suffering, your own suffering, say suffering by the suffering of change and suffering and pure suffering, and you can as a result you are able to develop the wish to liberate yourself from samsara or cyclic existence, and this can happen when you think of others suffering as well. Similarly, when you think of all living beings, when you think of all living beings are tormented by these three types of suffering, and then of course you will develop the similar wish that you will develop the wish that may I be able to all living beings may liberate from the cyclic existence as well.
Then you should
when you have developed the wish to liberate all living beings from samsara and establish them to the state of enlightenment, that is known as compassion.
And
then when this kind of meditation is known as meditation on the great compassion, that is aimed towards to free all living beings from the suffering. And once you are able to develop the spontaneous wish, and a very uncontrived wish to free all living beings from all the three types of suffering, say samsara, and then there's that indication that you can say that you have developed the great compassion. Spontaneous, it's kind of it's uncontrived or spontaneous, very natural. When it becomes very natural feeling, then you can say you have developed great compassion. And it is, of course, it is important for any kind of meditation. First of all, when in any kind of engagement of meditation, you have to know how to do that first.
And
once you have studied and understood, the way in which you should be meditating, and then of course you engage into the meditation itself. So visualization and a strong kind of feeling develops or arises when you engage in a serious kind of thinking, or when you engage in a serious kind of analytical meditation or thinking, and then a realization takes place, or kind of strong kind of feeling arises within your mind. Otherwise, if not, when you are during your post meditation, the realization or strong kind of feeling does not arise.
And
okay. I think here he is Geshela is trying to distinguish between contrived form of compassion and uncontrived, genuine compassion. He's trying to distinguish. Genuine compassion has developed when it is developed without any effort. I mean, when there is a presence, when you find the presence of compassion without any effort, and then that is to be considered. That compassion is to be considered genuine compassion, but the kind of artificial or contrived compassion is the compassion that needs effort, that is developed only by exertion or putting effort in cultivating that kind of compassion. So once there was rikseva. I see. So once you have developed the great compassion, then you have I don't know how to say that. I don't have this term rikseva. I don't know. I think you are kind of becoming a member of the Mahayana family, I guess. That's correct.
Ta kandar dire ari message chawali ya green card out of shireta.
It's like he's saying, it's like you got the green card.
Ine thale citizen rayo marwa.
But still not citizen yet.
Citizen rayadi chanju sim gyule ane chanju sim gyule keso na ari message chawali. Chanju sim gyule keso teba chimbe kansa charwa.
So you become Mahayana practitioners when you have developed the Bodhichitta.
chanju sim gyule keso chanju sim kansa teba chimbe kansa charwa. Then the teba chimbe kansa charwa teba chimbe rikse mongo do ko.
So Bodhichitta, when you have developed Bodhichitta, you become Mahayana practitioners or Mahayanist.
When Ari citizen the lava rasuna and tennis Ari message.
It's like when you have a citizenship and then you become citizen of the United States.
Ari message the citizen the Marangaru to green cards have.
So before you get the citizenship, you have to get green card.
Green card Maraga about the cheese the capture.
And before you get the green card, you are a refugee.
Green card Rasa do the money copeta at the citizen the Tahoe only would.
Once you have a green card, and then you are almost citizen.
But then she English was the Julie Gion, Yarang Lam Dutch over the top and Euro. Yarang Dutch over the top and the table lam so should the English put Julie Gion, Anna could you Julia then Yarang to Tom.
So once let's say if you are someone who have attained the liberation, or let's say if you are force destroyer, they call force destroyer Arahat. If you are Arahat of Herer, lesser vehicle, Hinayana or solitary rider, and then afterwards somehow you develop compassion, and then when you develop compassion, and then you are living the status of Arahat of the lesser vehicle, and enter into the minor path. You are living the status of the Arahatship of higher path or lesser vehicle, and entering into the minor path.
Today is not Kozuki, Yaranda Jobatuzuki, Yuremanga doing another ship, Tanyumre, Mahashere, Chinjere, Chinsore, Tendigi, Lojong and Yamen, and the Gomdi, Yurikeva Yenea, Tadan Yaranga Chatter. Yana Chatter. Yaranda Jobatu, Mahashi, Yuremanga doing another ship, Tanyumre, Mahashere, Chinjere, Chinsore, Tendigi Toba Yurikeva, Tadako Yaranga Jari. Only Magic and Lampo Topa to Kanala, Tanda, Jundemanga Magustoa, to the Hashistoa, to Kilia, Kota, and Yarana Chatter.
And those arahats of higher path or solitary realizer, even though they have managed to through their practice they have managed to actualize or develop the realization of the first 4 courses of the 6th course and effect instructions, but they are still not considered Mahayana practitioners yet. You got the point?
Yeah.
Yeah. But afterwards, once they have developed the great compassion, and then that's the time period. They leave the status of the Arahatship of the lesser vehicle, and have entered into the Mahayana school.
So this is
these are the process methods by which you develop compassion. Then the next is, once you have developed compassion, the next thing you do is you develop the superior thought. superior thought.
마시다디 항상 먹고 빠빠라는 남주 돈len 공해야 되는 자신.
Also, there is a tradition that then by which that is tradition say of practicing. There is a tradition of practicing give and take practice before you engage into before you start developing the spiritual thought. You engage into the practice known as give and take.
다 돈len 공도 zaman 인지 미바 제일도 되네 아니 렘바드 예 고. 배제는 돈len서 치디 예 라도 돈하디 예 라도 렘바 쇼르라도. 원베르베 온도 제디에나 인지디 공 차소는 인지 미바디 트레드 마이베 되네. 아니 돈len 거 봐야 돼. 그래서 렘바 거 봐야 돼. 렘바 거 봐야 돼. 소 렘바 거 봐야 돼.
Once you have developed compassion, and maintain the kind of compassion within your own mind, and then you engage into the practice known as give and take. But of course, when they use the term of the practice, say give and take, they say give is first and take is second, right? But when you engage into the actual practice, first thing you do is you take. You don't engage into the practice of giving first. You engage into the practice of taking first.
렘바도 공사소나 안 대쇼리야 잠뱀이 봤을 잡아서 잠바디다 균대명아 뒤에서 잠바디 말해. 그 잠바디 가서 대화도 틀리고 잠바디. 나게타도 메시지에 대화도 틀리고 잠바디. 자기 균대명아 뒤에서 저기 잠바디 용 잠바디. 다 단다디 아니 대화도 틀리고 잠바디.
잠바 공부스.
대화도 틀리고 잠바지 성부다.
So when you engage into the practice of taking, here you have to try to develop the love. That means love in the sense that you wish others be happy. You wish that may others be happy, achieve happiness.
다 담보용으로 와. 동행에 나서 삼는 다른 이제 레고도 와. 동행에 나서 삼는 뭐 답에 이제 테마에 버튼에 동행에서 라디서 내야 그 삼로 되겠다. 공. 델렘바스 와.
렘바스. 오케이. So
그 삼로 차단을 봐도 와. 동행에 나서 삼는 뭐 다른 인지 미바 삼는 뭐 다 인지 삼로 다 겐게 인지 미바도 제도 되는데 동행 나봐 뭐 붙이라고도 와. 다 동행에 제나 삼바 정도도 와. 진짜 동행에 나서 뭐 삼다 동행에 가서 내야 삼시다. 렘바스.
잠바 제일 렘바 인지
당고 잠바 말했다. 인지.
등에 잡아라서.
말에 알레 당고 또 고림도 지나로 참아서 얘기해 있어.
등에 잡아라서.
잠바디 말해.
근데 얘는 라서.
말에 잠바 나야 돼. 지나로 참아서 얘기해 야결 라도 있잖아.
맞아.
네 지나로 때 조나 가가서. 인지게 내가서 동해 그 섬로 땅에 동해 내야 섬로 땅. 네 쇼데 동해 내야 섬로 땅에서 네 쇼데 잠바스도 와. 잠바스들라 다 동해데 제와. 대화도 대봐. 대화도 되나 간다. 선배 섬로 실리는 거로 와. 딜레온도 디간 안에 동화도 봤어. 디간 동화도 봤어.
동화 파카는 파트
동화 파트야.
카트시. 수수랑 대화 파트.
대화도 봤어.
So here, when they talk about practicing giving, they talk about practicing, practicing giving by the mind of compassion. Under the influence of compassion, you have developed compassion. Compassion in the sense that you wish others free from suffering. Right? That's compassion. So under that kind of emotion, you wish others free from suffering. Okay, and when they talk of practice of taking, that means taking means you wish others achieve happiness, and then so here you're taking the truth. The truth taking the truth. 다
인지 동 렘바디 사람들이 다 동화신 동화신
we made mistake.
You want to give them something they don't need.
나래다 다 당부 렘바 인지 미바제도 되는 렘바 심로다 되는 잠배 미바제도 잠바디 대화의 천득이 잠바샤 대화의 천득이 잠바 대화의 트릭이 잠바 뒤 섬도 땅에 안에 봐.
The trail la the dewa part
그래 대화 봐. 동안 동안 섬도.
let's dungal land.
동안이야.
Here take means take means taking the suffering of other beings. By understanding, you are taking the suffering of other beings. When they talk about practice of giving, that means you are giving your own happiness to others, in the sense that, and that is done by developing love. When they talk about taking means taking the suffering of other being upon yourself. That is done out of compassion, because compassion means freeing others from suffering, right? And when you are giving means what? Giving your own happiness to others. That means you are providing happiness to others. That's I think point is, and that's the whole point.
That's this is logic in the but doing Lambading la suche, don't the shoulder. Bejanala, don't the end of the not much don't know like it to this. Don't want the end of the don't know like it, don't want the end of the in a conduct the Rimbala, Lambading, don't want to show it. Teacher at the negative.
Come to
Lambading, don't want to show it. Bejanala, don't want the end of the city.
So in the scripture, the practice of when they talk about practice of giving and taking, giving is mentioned earlier, and taking is next. But when you practice meditation, when you engage in the meditation practice, you think of taking is first, and then giving is the next.
And the
they have their own reason to say that, to do that.
파종 동해도 술내 섬로마다 파종 동해 여여가 가라지니 파 대화트에서 대화트 가버지 로슝 가버지 그 동해 술내 차나 안에 대화 파탄도 좀 때되지 파기 대화 그야래 가버지.
It is because it is said that because taking is done, the practice of taking